Well, it's Sister Devi, Brother Anil, and of course the pirate here who wants to show you his treasures.
Yeah.
Yeah, showing people your treasures sometimes could get you in trouble. Right, now we're going to go now to Brother Anil and let's find out where was
we were at Brickfield Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. where we give out hampers to the community there. That's in Waterloo.
Right.
Really depressed area, very appreciative. This is what the Shiva Mandir, the residents met us there. First time they actually got a visit by an NGO. And this is very true for most of the communities we visit. NGOs usually don't operate sort of currently. So they were really pleased, most of the communities we go to, that they tell us, they welcome, NGO doing work in their area. It was true for Woodland. The mosque, the imam from the mosque in Woodland called us and offered his support for us in the future. Before this, the day of Diwali, we visited two families, one in Londonville and one in Faizabad. And it was really sad conditions to see how people are living in this country. And we have pictures of those as well. And the eve of Diwali as well. A mother contacted us via a friend, and she didn't have any food in her home.
But let me tell you something. This is not a big country.
You would think so, Hansley.
People who are poor, however,
yes,
also understand that they've got to lift themselves out.
Right.
You cannot change the distress community unless it has to be that you're not doing anything.
No, but Hansley, the problem is this lady, her husband died of tuberculosis in February of this year.
Right.
And she has epilepsy.
Oh my
God.
God.
She has 5 children. The husband has 5 young children under the age of 15.
Right.
So how can you, how?
How does she, right.
And the circumstances.
So what are the children doing? How old are the children?
15 and under.
Oh my God.
So how can she send the child to school?
Yes, here's the circumstance, Hansley. She gets disability. And she gets the food card. Now her rent is $2,200. So she combines both just to pay her rent. And if you see the apartment, you yourself won't even mind adding on that apartment. But she has to pay
$2,200.
Yeah, exactly. So when she combines both, that's it. She's done.
When you pay $2,200, you get a pretty good apartment.
No, you would think so, but when we visited the eve before Diwali, we look at her cupboards and we they're sleeping on 4 mattresses, no gas tank, nothing like that.
But she had a gas tank which was empty.
How old is she?
She had to be under 40.
Yeah.
Under 40?
Yeah, under 40.
She looked young, she looked young.
Right, when you start to understand people's circumstances, you realize that it's not entirely their fault. Yes, in many cases, people are just lazy and they want a handout, but if you go to take an approach like that, you will never do charity.
True, I agree.
You have to go in there and investigate.
I should apologize for taking it from that perspective.
Yeah.
But there are people who are simply playing the fool.
There are, and we would meet them. We're not saying that every case we give is a legit case. Of course, you're going to get losses. But if you take an approach that everybody is just waiting for a handout, then you become a selfish and self-centered. Exactly, and that's not necessarily the approach you have to take.
And then to add to that also, Hansley, she said she woke up that morning and she kneeled down and she prayed to Jesus.
Yeah.
And she said, Jesus Christ, and you are my Father, my Son, and the Holy Ghost. You give me something, please. My children are asking, what are we going to eat for all Diwali Day? And she said she had nothing. She went to the welfare office to beg for something to eat.
Yeah.
She didn't rent for money. And the welfare agent called us. And in half an hour, we met that woman. Whatever we have, we tried to do anything else. She started crying, and what did she say to Danny?
She said, God is real.
She said, God is real.
Of course, everybody could tell you.
We started crying.
Right, but I told people, I say, if you really want to know, I said, talk to you. The spirit world is something that exists right alongside us.
That's right.
As we know.
Brian Weiss couldn't make that up, and he wasn't the only one. What about all those saints and sages that we worship on a daily basis also? They also knew about the spirit world. It's real.
Yes.
And we can take a few calls to prove it.
Right, let's take a couple of calls now. 665-6278. Sister is requesting some new callers as well. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
I'm charitably working of God.
Yes, sir, good morning.
Good morning.
I understand you and Brother Pastor Clive for your spirit contribution to our beloved nation.
Right.
The foster good harmony, charity and love.
All right.
Sister Devi, you are a special soul sent here to do your part. You have sacred attributes.
Thank you.
Sister, I can see an aura of divinity and peace and love radiating in your being. Keep up your good work. But
Okay.
I am always of the belief that hands that help are holier than lips that pray. Help is greedy, help not the greedy. Help
All
the
right.
needy, but not the greedy.
All right,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay, thank you.
This is
Yeah, all right, thanks a lot. Let's take this other caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, ma'am.
I'm calling to find out about my husband, father, 5 years ago.
Your husband had a lot of coughing. He used to cough before he passed. His throat, yeah, because he's coughing non-stop.
Yes,
He also suffered from headaches.
yes,
He says you went away or you forgot him. He says sometimes you...
yes,
Yes, what?
yes, because, yes.
Did you, he says that
He
you
used to
went,
drink a lot. He
Yeah.
used to drink plenty.
And he was abusive sometimes, eh?
Yes,
Yeah, because he says you forgot him. He says he wants to apologize to you, but you don't want to forgive him. It's too much hurt.
yes,
It's,
yes.
yeah, he's saying, he's doing like this and he's like, please, I'm begging you, forgive me.
Okay, I want to find out if he's okay.
No, he's not okay. A soul like that doesn't cross well because he's still on this earthly plane. And that's something I think we need to talk about because we don't, you need to pray to Lord Krishna, ask for forgiveness on his behalf.
Okay.
Alright? Do you have a big mango tree or a big tree in your yard?
Yes, two.
He's saying that branches need to cut.
We just cut it before the war.
Well, he says you didn't cut enough because he had a sense of humor. He was very sarcastic. Right, so he's just making a reference to that.
Okay.
But he says, please pray, continue to pray and ask for forgiveness. Forgive him.
Yes. Okay.
wow.
Alright?
Okay,
Okay.
sister, you spoke well. I sit here sometimes scared of you, I don't know. Let's take this other caller, 665-6278. You notice I usually retreat into my chair.
But the cameraman relaxed and you're
Yeah,
scared.
yeah, I retreat into my chair. You got to sit there and you've got some pillar around you. You know, hovering. Let's take this caller. Hello, 665-6278.
But we want to talk about this.
Good morning. Sitaram. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I would like to get a reading on my parents, please.
They both passed.
They're both of them passed.
Your mom either sang a lot or she likes singing, she likes music.
Very well.
Okay, because she's still singing. Okay, she's very happy. They're both together holding hands.
Oh,
And they were very much in love, although they couldn't stand each other, they couldn't stand to do without each other.
very well.
And they are both very happy because your father's, his hand is around his wife's arms.
He loves to love.
Correct.
Did he like tomato choker? Did he like a lot of vegetables?
Yes, yes.
Because I'm smelling tomato choker. It has a lot of onions. Yes, so that's what he's talking about. Your food is still great. He says thank you though. You did something for him.
Yes.
He says thank you. You understand, right?
Yes, I understand all these things.
You did it well. And I'm also proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome and they're doing great. They crossed well.
Where are you calling from, ma'am?
I'm calling from Laramie.
Laramie. All right, okay. Was this reading accurate for you?
Yes, it is.
All right, thank you.
Very much.
You're
All right, you're
welcome.
welcome.
Perhaps let me just quickly say something. When we have attachments to the body, it's difficult to cross. So like the gentleman who drank, he had an attachment to alcohol. So because of that attachment, sometimes it's so deep and maybe drugs and so on, that attachment keeps us to hold us back because that's what we want, that's what we feel for.
Yeah.
That's why for Pitri Push, we take out the foods that our loved ones like eating, right? Like bhaji or mango and such. That's what they wanted because that's what they come for.
Yeah.
So it's an attachment. So that's why we need to be detached. In my case, I try not to be attached to anything or anyone. Although I love my children dearly, I try to be detached from them.
I notice the more I detach myself from things, the more things come to you.
That's how it is.
It's aware.
Is it called serendipity?
I think it's serendipitous, of course.
Yes.
Let's take this caller. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Sitaram.
Sitaram.
Mr. Devi, Sitaram.
Yes, where are you
I would
calling?
like to get a reading on my daughter.
Your daughter-in-law.
And I thought they were.
Where is she?
Yes.
Where?
Ma'am,
Yes, she passed away. She passed away.
Where are you calling from, by the way? Just hold on, sister. Where you
My
from?
dear was passed.
Okay, your daughter-in-law passed away.
Was she sick with cancer or something with the liver?
No.
How did she pass?
She died through surgery.
Right, was it something to do with the liver?
No, she died through C-section.
Okay, because I'm seeing the liver.
She died through C-section.
The baby lived?
Yeah, both children are mine there. I need to know if she was happy and how.
What religion was she?
She was Muslim. My son is, she was Muslim and she married my son is Hindu.
Yeah. You all need to do du'as, you know, let her family also do some prayers and so on for her. Because it was very difficult. She's in and out, like the soul,
Yeah.
she's around your property, around the children.
Yeah.
You all sense her sometimes.
Yeah, somebody tried to
Yeah.
Right, you know.
Okay, well, what you all need to do is again light Loban stick, get the bakur, and light the Loban and let her go. Tell her go into that light. Say the Ayatul Kursi to go back into that home, to that light. Tell her she doesn't belong here anymore, and you all are taking care of the children, that they will be okay. Alright? It's tough. I know it's very difficult, but the soul is a little bit angry. You're welcome.
The soul is angry?
A little bit angry because it was a misman at the hospital.
Yeah. All right, okay.
Yeah. There's also many things we can learn about the other side,
Yeah.
in Soul Country. The reason I asked the religion is because she's in and out of that house. Like there's a door, she's in and out of a door.
She probably wants to be the children around the children.
Yeah, well,
so she would have
she's
died in the
grieving for the
C-section and the baby.
She misses that baby because she held it, it was in her for so long. So it's very difficult. Again, we cannot be afraid of the spirit. There's nothing to be afraid of. Whether it's the spirit world or
It
anything.
freaks me out.
No, it's Psalm 27. You
Psalm
need to
27.
say Psalm 27. For the Muslims, it's the Ayatul Kursi or the Darul Sharif. I know it works. I've heard so many great stories, not from this side, but from also the other side that souls came through. And also the Hanuman Chalisa or the Durga or Kali mantras. And you can get that on YouTube, all of those mantras or psalms and the Ayatul Kursi.
Yeah.
We have to believe in something heavily. We cannot let fear rule our lives.
But fear is now ruling the country.
Yeah.
Fear is holding us by the neck. What can we do? We cannot allow that to happen. We have to believe in that higher force. If we grow up with that, what's happening now to our children now? They don't believe in that, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why we're falling apart. Anyway, we hope that our message will continue to be communicated.
Yes.
Brother Adil, look, light gone. What is that? What is that?
That's a good spirit. That's not a bad
You
spirit.
see what I mean? And you blame me not for being freaked out here? All right. You all saw that live on TV. Brother Adil, just tell us where you're going to next.
We are going to Komoto next. Yeah, I'm going to Komoto, and you can please contact us. We're on Facebook, Red Chariot Foundation, or you can get us at 376-3930 or 765-5388.
All right, we'll continue. Jai Sitaram.
Jai
See you next week,
Sitaram.
Friday. You all saw the lights come down. You don't believe me, we didn't do that intentionally. Believe me, we didn't. I'm Hansley Ojona on behalf of all our guests today and everybody, as the boys are saying, thank God it's Friday. On behalf of the ace himself, Giles Wilson, Vikas Adeo on audio, Joshua Lewis on camera, Saddam Hussein, yes, he resides and works here, Saddam Hussein, for those of you in the US authorities, you are free to visit. And of course, to Babita Gopalchan for producing the show this week. On behalf of Indira Dukran and presenting the news, I'm Hansley Ajoda. Take care of yourselves, and on behalf of Sister Devi and Brother Anu, remember the numbers? We did not advertise the account, so you've got to give me the account number from Monday. Take care, enjoy your weekend, see you Monday.